I like the stance. I can see the wings coming into play really nicely. Some things I want to knock back. What are your guys' thoughts as far as your own creatures are concerned? Am I taking you deep down the rabbit hole? Is that such a bad thing? It's the best part. You know, you throw on some music, throw on your headphones, or you lock yourself in a room. Before you know it, 12 hours have passed. It's daylight out again after you've been in the dark. It's going into the studio, right? I'm still trying to figure out how to combine the various creatures I'm looking at. Well, if you need some help, Justin, post up what you're thinking of, and maybe we can come up with something together, and I can help you out. Because I'd really like you to be able to start sculpting today. I mean, we're going to have crits on Monday. Speaking of which, Claude, I wanted to talk with you last class. Kind of got rushed off and we didn't get a chance. So if you want to chat today, let me know. You know, I think there's an opportunity here to do some things slightly flamboyant. Maybe not as extreme as what I had before. Going to start soon after this ends, once I get your feedback, whenever you get a chance. I'll have a chance this afternoon. I won't be able to do it immediately after the class, but I'll at the very least shoot you a quick message within the hour after we finish. So we're coming up on the last 30 minutes of class. So if there's anything that you guys need me to sort of fill in for you guys or answer, now is not a horrible time to do that. Yeah, of course, Simon. Of course. You know, no, I mean, I saw some really good stuff. I was taking a look at it with Lewis previous to the class starting. There's some good stuff. So I'm trying to get some bony growth in here. I want to get some faceting. I want to get some layering. And then I'm looking at sort of like interesting shapes, finding interesting shapes and elaborating or bringing out or pulling out interesting shapes. Because what you want is depth. You want to build something that is rich, something that is unique, something that's rich, something that has a story to it, right? Something that you can write a story in your brain about it. You know, what kind of world does it come from? Why this bony plate? What's the story there? That's, I think, that's the secret to designing, you know, successful characters. Do that over and over and over again. And good. I think I want this even to be its own little bony plate. I don't know what that means for the eyeball, at least not yet. Ash, how are you doing, man? Haven't heard from you today. All right, now let's start looking at some muscles, and I'll start dropping some muscles in the face. All right. So this is very much the stage I would like to see your creatures in come Monday. Would like to see it being in sort of an écorché-like state. Doesn't have to necessarily be a complete écorché, but an écorché-like state. Because I want to see where your head's at with how your creature functions. You know, and it's just think about your own mechanics. You know, the way your arm works, the way your leg works. You know, how your quads move your, help to move your legs, how your rectus femoris works, all that stuff. All right, so I'm going to have to go back to the browser window. And let's see where I can pull inspiration from. Bird muscles. Oh, wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Love loons. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Phenomenal. Really, really cool. And is there anything, I really want a bird of prey. That is not a bird of prey. That is a prey bird. It's a trip when you see eagles and hawks hunting in Los Angeles and ripping pigeons off of the ground. Polar bear barn owl mix, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Unfeathered bird, there are loads of cool ones like that. Okay. I'll check it out. All right, there we go. I'm done. That's my bird. That's awesome. A bird with guns. All right, I think I'm going to go back to the reference I was looking at before, because what I'm really looking for is just some muscle structure to play off of. And I can design it, but it's better to start with something that already exists, something that nature's your cheat sheet. Nature will tell you everything you need to do. Eagle muscles, head. That's not really telling me a whole lot. Maybe this model has something good in it. It doesn't look like it really does. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to design it. It won't be as good as nature, but it won't suck either. I'll definitely be checking out the unfeathered birds Google search later on. All right. Still in clay buildup. Forever in clay buildup. I had this teacher when I first started using ZBrush all he used was the standard brush. And I've seen plenty of people work like that, but I was just like, what, you only use the standard brush? And I'm bouncing between hard polish, trim dynamic, clay buildup, clay tubes, and clay, and how do you get all that with just the standard? All right, so I'm looking at sort of some biting force. Some sort of counter to that biting force that opens up the jaw. So this opens the lock, and this snaps it shut. I'm thinking there's got to be some sort of cushion, because there's a big empty space here on the skull. And I'm sure some of that has to do with just the way that the food moves through the beak, or maybe it has to do with acoustics, bird calls. But I think also it's got to be has something to do with shock absorption. If I think about an eagle, and whenever I think about eagles, I think about seeing them fishing up in Mount Shasta, or I think about, they see them dive very, very high or flying very fast, and their beaks hit the water. That's a lot of pressure on the beaks. There's got to be something that's helping to reinforce this. Any predator has, it has its weapons and it has its armor. You just have to figure out what is it in their anatomy and their physiology. What is that? Identify those things, and you can start implementing those in your designs. I like the leopard seal. Leopard seal is really cool. It's another one of my favorite go-tos. See what happens to me? I get in the face, and then I get lost in the face, and I just get stuck here. And I stop moving. I start elaborating in here, and I'm neglecting plenty of other things, and it's not up to the same level. But I don't know. I feel like this is my reward for being good. For eating my cornflakes, eating my spinach. All right. Okay, we got a couple questions, it looks like.